everyone, myself Swaleha. So today we are going to begin with the lesson number 2, that is related to Bahmani Adil Shahs. A few of the little history related to these Adil Shahs. What it is actually? Bahmani, that is the first Muslim dynasty. When was it formed? It was formed on 3rd August of 1347 CE. It was the first Muslim dynasty, that is Bahmani Empire, that came into existence. It was founded by Alauddin Hasan Gangu Bahman Shah. He was the founder of this Bahmani Adil Shahs. Actually what happened is, in the history of Karnataka, Vijayanagara Empire was established in 1336 CE. Actually, in the history of Karnataka, Vijayanagara Empire, it was formed in the year, or it was established in the year 1336 CE. Later on 3rd August, this first Muslim dynasty came into existence, and that was formed or established by Alauddin Hasan Gangu Bahman Shah. He was the founder of this first Muslim dynasty. Battles were taking place continuously between the Bahmani Sultans and Vijayanagara kings. What had happened? During this time, continuously battles were going on between the Vijayanagara Empire and this Bahmani Sultans. Inner conflicts rose in the dynasty, and by 1527 CE, 5 Shah dynasty came into existence. Inner conflicts means in the same Bahmani dynasty only, there were the fights between the same dynasty, and as a result what happened? 5 dynasties were formed. 5 Shah dynasties came into existence up to the year of 1527 CE. Among them, Adil Shahis of Vijaypur were prominent. Among those 5 dynasties who were prominent, Adil Shahis of Vijaypur dynasty, they were prominent. Main achievements of sultanates of this dynasty are discussed in this lesson. In this lesson, what we are going to study? Whatever the achievements or the main important achievements of sultanates are there, we are going to study that. They also gave prominence to literature, art and sculpture. They not only gave contribution towards their dynasties, fights and conquering and all, they also have contributed for literature, art and sculpture. The achievements of Sultan Firoz Shah and famous Prime Minister Muhammad Gawan are discussed in this lesson. Mainly, we are going to study about Sultan Firoz Shah and one of the famous Prime Minister whose name is Muhammad Gawan. We are going to study about them. With this, Bahmani states' significant contributions are also discussed. Along with these both, their few of the important contributions are also discussed. Let us look one after the other. First, let us study about this Bahmani kingdom. Bahmani kingdom was also established in the northern part of Vijayanagara Empire in 1347 CE. What happened? Bahmani kingdom that was also established in the northern part of Vijayanagara Empire in 1347 CE. Who was its founder? Its founder was Alauddin Hasan Gangu Bahman Shah. Bahman Shah was working in the army of Delhi Sultan Muhammad bin Tughlaq. Means Muhammad bin Tughlaq, his dynasty, in his Delhi dynasty, that is Alauddin Hasan Gangu Bahman Shah, he was actually working as an army, working for army of Delhi Sultanate. Now, let us first look on Bahmani Sultans, that is from 1347 to 1527 CE. What it is? Bahmani kingdom had the parts of present Karnataka, Maharashtra and Andhra Pradesh, Telangana. That is, as I have said, these Bahmani Sultans, they had taken the parts of what? Present Karnataka, Maharashtra and Andhra Pradesh, that is of Telangana states under its rule. In the beginning, Kalburgi and later Bidar were their capitals. See, what were the capitals of these Bahmani sultans? Initially, what was the capital? Initially Kalburgi was the capital, but later they shifted for Bidar as their capital city. Bahmani Empire was in northern part of the river Krishna and Vijayanagara Empire was in the southern part of Krishna. See what happened? Bahmani, it was on the northern part of river Krishna, whereas Vijayanagara Empire, it was on the southern part of river Krishna. Also, one more thing to know about this Bahmani Sultanate is that Tajuddin Firoz Shah was the great sultan. He was the, among those sultanates, he was the great sultan in this Bahmani dynasty. Next, now we are going to study about Tajuddin Firoz Shah. What was his period? His period was from 1397 to 1422 CE. That is, how was Tajuddin Firoz Shah? He was liberal, he was judicious and a believer of God. He was liberal in the sense he was tolerant towards people, he was affectionate towards people. Judicious means, what do you mean by judicious? Means he used to show good judgment, or he used to show a careful judgment towards the people, and also he was a believer of God. Who? It is about Tajuddin Firoz Shah. He was liberal, he was judicious and he was a believer of God. He made copies of Quran and edited it for his whole life. See, what was his one of the most important contribution? He has always, throughout his life, what he has done, he had made many copies of Quran and edited it. He did it throughout his life. Throughout means until his death he did this work. He was a writer, encouraged all languages, and he was an expert in geometry and theology. See, Tajuddin Firoz Shah, he was a writer. He did not only encourage one particular language, instead he encouraged all the languages. Apart from that, he was expert in geometry and also in theology. Theology is study about religion. Along with being a writer, he was also expert in geometry and in the study of religion, that is, he was expert in theology. He sheltered many philosophers, poets, artists and had honored them. Sheltered in the sense, he allowed many of the philosophers, poets, artists to stay in his dynasty. Not only he gave the shelter, but he also had honored them. He established an observatory in Daulatabad, that is of Maharashtra. He propagated the beauty of his capital Kalburgi. He propagated means he showcased the beauty of his city, capital city, that is of Kalburgi. Apart from that, he built a new city called Firozabad on the bank of Bhima river. What he did? He constructed or he built an entire new city named Firozabad on the bank of Bhima river. He gifted many villages to a Sufi saint, Bande Nawaz, who arrived in the kingdom during his period. One of the Sufi saint whose name is Bande Nawaz, what Tajuddin Firoz Shah did, he gifted him many of the villages of his part. He concentrated on the development of ports and as a result foreign trade was encouraged. Means what he did? He, apart from all these poets, artists, philosophers, he also concentrated on the development of ports. Ports are the place where you say where the ships are loaded, unloaded. With the help of this, what was encouraged? Foreign trade was encouraged. Next, we shall move for the next ruler, that is Muhammad Gawan. What was his period? His period was from 1463 to 1481. All credits of making Bahmani dynasty great goes to Muhammad Gawan. Means entire Bahmani dynasty if now we are saying that it is great or it was great, all the contribution goes to this person. Who is he? Muhammad Gawan. Basically, he was a Persian and worked honestly as a prime minister in the reign of Sultanate Muhammad Shah III. See, actually what he is basically a Persian and worked honestly as what? As a prime minister in this region of Sultanate under whom? Under Muhammad Shah III. Among that, after that, prominent Bahmani Sultan, means notable, who were those notable Bahmani Sultans? They were Alauddin Hasan, Gangu Bahman Shah, next was Firoz Shah, Ahmad Shah and Muhammad Shah III. These were few of the prominent Bahmani Sultans. Now let us study some important factors of Muhammad Gawan. What are they actually? Muhammad Gawan, what he did? He captured Hubballi, Belgavi and Goa from Vijayanagar Empire. What he did? He conquered or he captured these three places from Vijayanagar Empire. Administration was according to which laws? According to the Islamic laws. They followed the administration according to the Islamic laws. He encouraged revenue and postal services. Revenue in the sense collecting collecting money regularly by the government, but he did that, and he also encouraged these postal services. Apart from that, he fixed the taxes. On what basis? He fixed the taxes on the basis of land's fertility and irrigation facility, means how much a land is going to yield depending on that, and also what are the irrigation facilities available for that yield. Depending on that, he fixed some taxes, and taxes were collected in terms of cash. Tax was collected in the form of cash. This is what are some of the important factors. And next it is, he removed some taxes which were annoying the people. He not only encouraged these irrigation facilities and encouraged revenue and postal services and also gave tax, but what he did apart from this, he cancelled few of the taxes which were annoying people, which were irritating people, or which created problem to the people. Like that, few of the taxes were removed. As a philosopher himself, Muhammad Gawan founded Madarsa in Bidar. What did Muhammad Gawan do? He himself, as a philosopher, he founded one of the Madarsa, means university in Bidar. It encouraged Islamic religious and legal education. What was taught there? It was encouraged with Islamic religious and legal education was provided there in the Madarsa. Astronomy, mathematics, history were being studied here. Apart from that, what all were studied? Astronomy was studied, mathematics was studied, and history was also being studied here. Not only that, free education and hostel facilities were provided. See, in that university or Madarsa in Bidar, what all facilities were there? Free education and hostel facilities were provided. Around 3000 manuscripts were in the library of Madarsa. 3000 manuscripts means very old handwritten books. Manuscripts in the sense handwritten books were present there. How many that too? 3000 handwritten books, that is 3000 manuscripts were present in the library of this Madarsa. Muhammad Gawan contributed a lot in making the Bahmani kingdom great. See, Muhammad Gawan, what he has done? He has contributed too much to make this Bahmani kingdom great. Regional leaders were jealous of his fame and conspired to have him murdered. See, Among those rulers itself, some of the same regional leaders, what they did, because this Muhammad Gawan had lot of fame, they were jealousy, they got envy on his name and fame, and they planned or they had an thought of murdering him. On the Gawan's tomb, it is written that innocent Gawan was killed. See, and there is a Gawan tomb there. On that tomb, it is all written that Gawan was killed. In the sense, these people who were jealousy of Muhammad Gawan might have killed them, and that is why it is written as innocent Gawan was killed. Now let us study about cultural contributions, that is cultural contributions in the sense things related to education, literary and sculpture. About those Bahmani kingdoms, what we studied about Muhammad Gawan, how was his rule, how were his thoughts, and what all were his contributions. And at the end, the regional leader itself, as they were jealous on them, they had planned to kill them. And on the tomb, what we find written? We find that on the walls of the tomb, it is written that Gawan was killed. Now let us next focus on cultural contributions. Cultural contributions. Among that cultural contributions, first let us look over education. How was the education in this Bahmani kingdoms? That is, Bahmani sultans encouraged Islamic education. What kind of education was encouraged there? They encouraged Islamic education, and then chanting of Quran was part of the education. Reciting Quran or reading of Quran or chanting of Quran was the part of their education. Kalburgi, Bidar, Ilachpur and Daulatabad and others were the Islamic educational centers during their regency. These were the few Islamic education centers during their regime. Poor people and orphans were provided free food and shelter, and scholarships were given to the students in madrasas. For the poor people or for the orphans in the sense those children who do not have their parents or guardians, that is the poor people and the orphans were provided free food and shelter. Apart from that, scholarship was given to the students in the madrasas. Quran philosophy and principles of Sufism were taught in the schools. What was taught in that schools? In that schools, Quran, that is reading of Quran, and then apart from that philosophy, and then philosophy and principles of Sufism. Principles of Sufism were taught in the schools. Were taught in the schools. Apart from that, after education, let us move to the literature. What about the literature of these Bahmanis? Literary activities were greatly encouraged by Bahmani sultans, and they sheltered many philosophers, poets and writers. As I said initially, or as said in the beginning of the lesson, what it is, they have already encouraged, sheltered, encouraged, not only encouraged, but they have also given shelter to many of the philosophers, poets and writers. Firoz Shah, Muhammad Shah II and Muhammad Gawan were writers and minister poets. See, who all? Firoz Shah, Firoz Shah, and then Muhammad Shah II. Muhammad Shah II, and one more person called Muhammad Gawan. These were writers and minister poets. They were writers and minister poets. Apart from that, during their region, Persian, Arabic and Urdu literatures were developed. During their region, what all was developed? Persian, Urdu and Arabic literature was developed. Great Sufi saint and writer Bande Nawaz belonged to their period. One of the great Sufi saint and one of the writer whose name is Bande Nawaz, he belonged to this period of Bahmani kingdom. The language that they and other foreigners used became famous as Dakhani. See, the language used by them, the Bahmanis and the other foreigners used, became famous as what name? Became famous as Dakhani. Later it developed as Urdu language. Later this language, it was further developed as Urdu language. Next we are going to study about sculpture. What it is? Now we are going to study about the sculptures of these during this dynasty. The history of Bahmani dynasty is famous for sculpture and architecture. We can also say that the history of this Bahmani dynasty, why it is famous? It is famous because of sculpture and architecture. Monuments in Bidar, Kalburgi and other places are in the Indo-Islam style. What kind of monuments we find? We find monuments of Indo-Islam style. Monuments of Indo-Islam style are found here. It is familiar as Dakhani style, means Indo-Islam style is more familiar as this Dakhani style. The first contribution of Bahmanis is Jamia Masjid of Kalburgi, and Muhammad Shah built it. See, first Dakhani style or first Indo-Islamic style, that is the first contribution of Bahmanis is what? It is Jamia Masjid in Kalburgi, and who built it? It was built by Muhammad Shah. The meeting hall with small domes is the major attraction here. See, how was that meeting hall? Meeting hall with the small domes, it has become the major attraction. Tombs of sultans are in Kalburgi and they are also domed structure. What has happened? Tombs of many sultans are also present in Kalburgi, and they are also of what structure? Dome like structure, like a huge circular like dome like structure we found on their buildings. The tomb of Bande Nawaz is another prominent monument of Kalburgi. One more prominent or notable monument, what it is? It is tomb of Bande Nawaz present in Kalburgi itself. Bidar's Solakhamba Mosque and beautiful palaces in the fort are famous. See, now about to know about Bidar, a Solakhamba mosque is present there, and also beautiful places in the fort are famous. These buildings are decorated and have carved wooden crafts on them. See, what are carved on them? Wooden crafts are being carved on the buildings. 12 tombs of Ashtur near Bidar are also famous. See, 12 tombs of Ashtur, near which place? Near Bidar, they are also famous. The prominent monuments of Bahmani kingdom is, means few of the famous or prominent monuments of Bahmani kingdom. Which are they? They are Madrasa, which was built by Muhammad Gawan. One of the madrasa built by Muhammad Gawan is also a prominent monument of Bahmani kingdom. It is 242 feet wide and 222 feet long. See how wide it is. It is 242 feet wide and 222 feet long. Apart from that, its height is 56 feet and it has 3-storied building. The building, which is more than 5 centuries old, appears to be declaring its glory. See how many centuries old building it is. It a building of 5 century old. How it is appearing? As if it is declaring its glory. So well built it is. These are the sculptures of Bahmani kingdom. So what all we studied about Bahmani kingdoms? We studied the founder, that is Alauddin Hasan Gangu Bahman Shah. He was the founder of Bahmani kingdom, and many of those among 5 because of the regional or because of the conflicts between the dynasty itself, 5 dynasties of sultanates were formed. Among that, we studied of whom all? We studied of Tajuddin Firoz Shah and Muhammad Gawan. Tajuddin Firoz Shah, he was a liberal, judicious and a believer of God. Apart from that, we studied of Muhammad Gawan, who has contributed great, means because of whom we say that Bahmani dynasty is great. Apart from that, Bahmani dynasty, it has focused on artist, literature and education. After that, we studied about cultural contributions, that is their contribution in education, their contribution in literature and also their contribution in sculptures. So students, I hope you all have studied or you all have understood well about these Bahmani sultanates. In the next session, we are going to discuss about Shah dynasties. Till then, stay safe, eat healthy and study well. Thank you.